Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you another subscribers battle replay. It is the Siege of Rome, and it is a 4v3, so it is a massive battle. It's probably going to be between 40 and 50 minutes long.
Is under attack from the enemy.
So hopefully you guys are prepared. I am assured that it's an excellent battle, though. So I'm going to kind of leave it running during the bombardment phase and take a look at the army comps, as I believe the rules were 2 art for attacker and 1 for defender, so they're probably going to spend a lot of time just breaking down the walls, opening up as many breach points as possible. So let's take a look at the first army here. So we're looking at the Western Roman Empire. We've got some of these Armigeri Defensores. So he's got quite a few of them. He's got 6 of them here. And then he's got some Cornuti Signores. They're probably just a standard, medium melee. Well, actually, these might be a really elite spear unit, now that I think of it. And he's got some crossbows as well in the back here, some elite ballistariae. Oop, sorry, voice crack there. I swear I've gone through puberty already. And let's see, what else does he got around here? He's got 4 units of cav back here. So he's got a couple units of Scole Palantine and some Scole Gentiles. Apparently an entire unit has already been obliterated. I don't know exactly where that would be. Unless they're killing some crossbows on the wall. We're going to hit slow-mo here because they're actually moving siege towers to the wall as of right now. So looking at the next force, we've got Roman Expeditionary force. So he's got some Bucellari Guard Axemen. He's got a lot of these Axemen, actually, like 3 or 4 units of them. And he's got some Antesignani. I don't even know why I bother pronouncing these, to be honest, or trying to anyways. But he's got some of these really nice Prevorentores. So they kind of look like an Eastern infantry unit. And he's got some crossbows on the walls as well. Ooh. That unit needs to get off the wall. Oh! Yeah, whole unit gone there. That is not good.
The walls have been breached!
Walls are breached, that's right. So let's just pause this. It's getting a little bit juicy. I thought I'd have time to kind of go over all the army comps, but it looks like I don't. So the last defending force, we've got the Eastern Roman Empire. So he's got some cav over here. And he's got some crossbows. He's got some standard swords. Got some crossbows on the wall as well. So, and it looks like he's kind of got most of his troops back here in the town center. All the generals are over there. So we'll take a look at them in more detail as they get into the fight. And so it is 4 attacking armies, so looks like we got the Ostrogoths here to start. So we got some Oathsworn on battering rams and some pikes. Yeah, a lot of Oathsworn. This was a high money game. I believe it was 17k per player. He's got some Germanic Spearmasters, more of the pikes. Got a lot of the elite Germanic archers. General. Looking fine, looking mighty. And yes, each army has 2 siege engines. So most of them brought onagers, and the Ostrogoths, they've got some Gothic lancers and some Germanic horsemen. And the other armies deployed over on this flank. So we've got the Lakhumid, so they got some Kushite swords, some Sanai. Yep, good mix of them. And brought some cav as well, some Wadai, and some Kurdish archers. These guys look pretty awesome. And yeah, he's got some more swords over here. That's pretty much his army. And then the third enemy, or the third attacker, I should say, is the Franks. So he's got a lot of the axes on the siege towers, which is a good wall fighting unit. He's also got some of these swords going up on the towers. Looks like he's got more of these. They're all gold chevron too. Just shows you how expensive this battle was. It's got some elite Germanic archers in the back. A lot of cav being brought in this game. Quite a bit of cav. A lot of horses. There's the Frankish general. Sitting right there. And the 4th army deploying way over here is the Danes. I think that's the Danes, yeah. He's got some Nordic spearmasters. He's got some Nordic horse lords looking very awesome. He's got his general way back here, Viking captain. He's got some skirmishers, Nordic javs. And the rest, of course, as the Danes, going to be Viking raiders. He's got some chosen warriors and more chosen warriors on the siege towers. Alright, so that pretty much covers it for now. So let's hit play and get this massive, massive battle started. I will probably, if I see that there's kind of a lull in the fighting, I will cut it out. Just because I don't want the battle to be too long, but yeah, you can see some breaches opening. And the city is starting to flame a bit.
Spreads through the settlement.
Yeah, and this the Eastern Roman Empire forces here, they are coming off the walls, which is a smart idea. You don't want to lose all of your infantry too quickly. But it looks like we're going to have some engagement on the walls. I'm not sure if the Roman Expeditionary force is going to back off or not. But I am using the better camera mod for Attila as well, so I'm getting a lot lower into the action, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. We'll see the first infantry clash. Looked like it's going to happen on this middle front here. The Franks and the Lakhmids having a two-pronged assault on either side. Charging forwards. And the battle has begun. Oop, sorry about that. Yeah, so we got the Lakhmid infantry charging forwards over here. I think the Danes and the Ostrogoths are being a little slower in their approach, kind of breaking down as much of the walls as possible. Yeah, we got more men committing into the fight here. Yeah, let's see what the Franks are sending up. Ooh, fire is raging in the city. Oh, he's actually stopped his towers. So I'm wondering if he's going to charge them all into this gap. It is defended from both sides, so I'm not sure if he's going to commit to that or not. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to gather his forces and kind of pour in here. Yeah, they're going for it. We got some throwing axes going on here. But this is a good tactic here because the Franks are now going to be outflanked from either side. So they're going to be attacked from behind and from the front. So if we turn back on the HUD, they're going to be losing casualties. Or sorry, they're going to be taking casualties. However, they are gold chevrons, so their morale is going to be quite high, even when being attacked in the rear. How are we looking on any of the other flanks? Basically just massive fires everywhere. But I don't want to miss if anything's going on over there. Nope, so we'll come back to that. I just want to kind of focus on the meaty fighting, which is happening right here on the walls. Apologies for the camera bumps. It's a little bit glitchy once you get up here, but... yeah, you can see there's just pockets of fighting, kind of soldiers for the allies and the enemies, both fighting back to back. The breach is pouring forth more and more Frankish swords. The Western Roman Empire forces, they're trying to plug the gaps as best as they can. I'd imagine that the Lakhumids are taking casualties here. I don't think that their swordsmen are their strength, because they are an eastern faction. So the strength is really going to rely on their cav. Although, you know what? In saying that, the Roman Expeditionary Force, they are taking some heavy losses here on the walls. Looking at what everybody started with, the Allied count's 6,300, enemy count's 7,900, so they only have 1,600 more men. And that may seem like a lot, but in a city as massive as this, it's not that big of a boost. So yeah, if we zoom out here, because this is a big battle, I will get a lot of meaty, grindy fighting. Don't you worry about that. But you can see that the Ostrogoth player and the Danish player are very, very hesitant, I would say. It looks like the Danish forces are going to be pushing forwards now. But I'm not sure if he can cross through this. I don't think that he can cross that. He's going to have to... I believe that this might have been a waste of ammo. I think he has to cross on the actual gate itself. I just want to run over here quickly, check this out. Yeah, really nothing going on at all. It's quite slow on that side. So let's go into this choke point and enjoy some of the fighting. It's quite easy to tell. It's red and yellow versus the green. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit further. It's so many men just packed into these tight choke points. It's good that they're committing more forces, but you know what they should do is actually line up crossbows, because you see how this little hump of the rubble is exposing most of the Frankish soldiers? Well, they're engaged in melee, so a lot of them won't lift their shields, and just setting up a couple crossbows to fire into that would just be a death trap. But right now he's got his crossbows up here on the walls. But... yeah, still nothing from the Danish side. I think that the Western Roman Empire, he is starting to pull back some forces because he realizes that a lot of these just aren't being used at this point. Unless he can go through. Let's see. Can he walk through that? Oh, yes he can. Interesting. Alright, so looks like it's not in vain after all. Just see the burning city taking crossbow hits left, right, and center. This is like medieval D-Day here. Oh, yeah, they've just finished reloading. Oh. Oh, yeah, that unit is taking some losses for sure. There's two units here, actually. One down to half, one down to about 75%. And the Western Roman player is ready with his men. He's going to be forming a... oh, no, he's just going to commit right into the choke point.
The enemy is upon us! They're at the walls!
There we go. You can see behind more of the Danish forces coming. Looks like these chosen warriors are kind of chewing up these Roman units of defensores. I don't know how elite they are. They are heavy infantry, but... alright, let's zoom around to other parts of the battle here. Yeah, really not looking good on this flank. Although... looks like the Roman Expeditionary Force was victorious after all on these walls. Very interesting. I'm a little bit surprised at that.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Get a little bird's eye view here of what's going on. The Frankish player, he's really trying to push in. with this mass, but he has taken a lot of losses. There's going to be a pile of dead bodies at the end of this. I'm a little bit surprised that the Lakhumids got wiped out so easily. Because they had started to rout some of the Roman units, but I guess it just wasn't enough. This is a problem with these big siege battles, is I don't really want to put it on slow-mo because it's already, you know, a 45-minute battle, but at the same time, I don't really want to miss anything for you guys. So it looks like the gates are down and the Ostrogoths are finally going to be pushing in over here. He has taken some losses, but I'd assume that's to onager fire. And he's not going to go in. I don't want to, you know, waste too much time over there. So let's run back. Oh, it looks like the Franks are actually breaking over here. And, yeah, they're going to be pushed back, but the Franks have a lot more infantry to be able to pour into the gap. And they are firing fire arrows into here, which is a good idea because the morale of these units are already down because they've taken losses. And over here, how we looking? Oh, here comes some cav. Luckily, this sword unit was in shield wall, but I think they've come out of it now. And we have some swords coming up on the walls as well. Good play by the Danish. They're going to be getting these crossbows into melee. They're just pouring off the one side. Yeah. They're going to try to get out of there, but they're going to take some losses for sure. There you go. Trying to get some good cinematic shots here. You can see the Danish cav towering over the infantry. I would try not to leave them locked in melee with spears, though, is the only thing. But actually, it looks like the Danish, they are able to flank around here. That's gonna be a bit of a worry for the Western Roman Empire forces here, but I think at this point they are doomed to die, so to speak. We got more men in the choke points over here. There you go. You can see kind of where the battle line is formed, but just look underneath the men at the pile of bodies that just lie here. Just crazy. The Franks are definitely going with the brute force kind of approach. I don't know how much that's working for them. But the Ostrogoths, they're actually taking a really patient approach. And I think they're just going to end up firing at this unit here. Which is kind of the way that I play siege battles. Just, you know, picking apart defensive areas with crossbows. And actually, now that I think about it, I did play a 1-versus-1 town assault where I was defending and Hamdog CDXX was attacking, and he actually did win. And I believe that the only reason he did win was because he used his archers really effectively, picking apart my pikes and blocking the choke points so that I couldn't, you know, utilize my really defensive troops properly.
The enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
But it looks like he's moving them forwards to fire.
Oi! You want some of this?
Oh, I think they're gonna fire at us.
Unwashed bastards! They're fighting
Yeah, they are.
back!
Good play. Oh, what are you doing? Not fire arrows. Let's start with standard shot here. Alright, how are we looking over here? It's a pretty tough battle for the Expeditionary force. He is getting crushed by the Franks, but the Franks have taken respective losses in return, conquering the center ground. Looking at the army count, so it's 4,000 to 5,000, so the lead is about down to 1,000 men for the attackers, so it's not looking good for them. Yeah, this better camera mod is nice because you can kind of zoom right down into the battle. All the arrows flying in the skies as well. Let's zip on over here. See how the Danish fight is going. Is this Danish cav? No, it's not. Oh, we've got some lances here. Oh, good call by the Danes, getting some horses in there just in time to prevent a rear flank. That would have probably broken the majority of these men left. So yeah, the Roman Empire is kind of losing on this flank as well. So very good battle awareness by the Danes there. But actually, we've got some crossbows over here setting up. I wonder if they're going to be used effectively, or they're just going to be charged into melee, or... Yeah, it looks like they must be out of ammo. That's too bad. Got some more of the Danish cav here. And that's pretty much breaking the last of the spears.
Yep. Men are broken and running for their lives.
So good play there by the Western Roman Empire. I think he made a sizable dent into the Jutes. Looking at the middle area, the Western Roman Empire has sent some forces to aid the Roman Expeditionary force against the Franks. I think the Franks have got the toughest challenge for sure. They've lost a lot of men in this endeavor. Let's get some even closer shots here. Oh, there we go. Just tuned in for decapitation. Alright. Just want to zip over to the Ostrogoth sides, make sure nothing's happening over there. Yeah, you know what? Really nothing. The Ostrogoths actually have conquered the walls without any resistance whatsoever. Except for the arrow towers, but... Well done to the Ostrogoths. Oh no!
Our men flee the field.
What happened there?
This is a shameful display.
Oh, that is too bad. I can't believe I caught that. I think that the Ostrogoth player was trying to take down the tower, but unfortunately he just slaughtered over half of his unit. Wow. So, he conquered the walls, but at what cost? So, it looks like most of the troops are pulling back at this point. They've got some strategic kind of defenses here, which is actually a really good idea. So they've got their onager up here in this little stretch, and then they can defend it with one choke point. So that's pretty nice, using the terrain to their advantage. How are we looking for the main town square? So we've got... Is it just one choke point? Yeah, I think this is the only way up. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess this Acropolis area, they have to conquer it here, and they've got some pikes, so that'll definitely be a hard nut to crack.
Has been destroyed.
So at this point, there's probably going to be a little bit of a lull. You can see that the attacking forces are just going to be pushing forwards their men, getting everybody inside the wall, conquering the towers. So I'm probably going to make a cut here, guys, and we'll pick it up again once the final assault has begun for the town center.
The gates have fallen. The enemy advances.
Alright, guys, about an 8-minute cut there. Didn't really miss anything, just mostly the troops coming into the city, but we've got a massive cav charge from the Franks charging forwards, as you can see. And why is my camera glitching out? There we go. Sorry about that. So the Franks really pushing hard over here. I think they are going for something specific, but what that is, I'm not actually sure yet. If we put this on slow-mo here, just to clarify from when I last said there was just one choke point here, in further noticing there is a second choke point, so that's why they are defending this flank as well. So there's actually two ways into the town center, but both of them are pretty heavily defended. But here comes the Frankish cav. It looks like they are going for this unit of swords, which are not paying attention. They're probably going to get rear charged. Oh, they kind of turned around in time, but I don't know if that's really going to help. I think the swords were being sent to reinforce this flank here. Oh, we got a lot of crossbows coming in, though, from the Ostrogoths, just shredding these swords. Yeah, they're not going to last very long at all. We got these spears and shield wall. Hold, men, and hope that those swords don't break. Oh, it looks like the cav are forcing their way through, though. They're going to go after the crossbows. The onagers are firing at this point. I'd imagine they're probably firing at the rest of the Frankish army that is crossing the bridge here. And we got the Lakhmids as well with all of their horses marching victoriously into the city. A lot of cav left, a lot of cav. And the infantry following up. So if we turn on the HUD here so you guys can see, so the Lakhmid-Frankish alliance is pretty much right here. And then over on this side we've got the Danes, who are trying to get out of range. And good play here, good teamwork, actually penning the cav for the Franks in between the spears and the swords. So that's 2 units of Germanic horsemen that are gone from the battlefield. But on the flip side, here comes the Ostrogoth kingdom. They are very healthy. They've barely taken losses, and their archers are going to be deadly. They're really going to have to make a difference in this battle. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to pull back before they get outflanked. The city is just so massive, I don't even know where to cover right now. But it looks like the onager is firing into the Lakhumid Frankish alliance. Trying to get into position. I don't know if they're going to be using explosive rounds or... Oh, we've got some returning fire though. Ooh, kind of missing both times. They need a better hit than that. Ah, there's a good hit. That's a good hit. So they are being harassed on that flank. Looking at the Danes, they're actually... Looks like they've... Oh no, this is mostly the Lakhumids on this side. So it looks like the Danes are going to be covering this flank. They're sending pretty much what's left of their army over this way. Let's follow these guys for a little bit through the streets of Rome. Let you guys imagine, if you will. You are attached to this unit of chosen swords. You are one of the chosen men marching through the streets. Flames everywhere, screaming. And then just through the aqueduct, you can see some men. Some men of the enemy holding against you. Your adrenaline is just soaring from, you know, the past probably 4 to 8 hours of killing.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Very nice. Let's detach from there, because I don't want to miss anything else that's going on. And would I ever have? We've got some Oathsworn here. Oathsworn shredding these poor swordsmen. They do have crossbows up there, though, which is good. And it looks like the Oathsworn are kind of glitching into the stairs there, but... Yeah, you can just hear the arrows just hitting hard. Because the Thracian Oathsworn, they have really amazing attack and good melee defense, but I think they have pretty poor armor, pretty poor missile chance block, just because they have no shields.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
Have the Danes engaged yet? Yes, they have. Oh, actually, they're kind of just waiting here. They don't really want to... Oh, good plan here by the Danes. Excellent. This is what you have to do, and the Western Roman Empire is not going to let that happen. He's going to push forwards and take that ranged attack away from the Danes, because you can see... Yeah, look at the amount of men they got in one volley. Very nice. Why... Stop with the stupid buildings. Good play again by the Danes here, too. Actually outflanking the pikes. That is a really good sight to see for the attackers. Because pikes and choke points can be deadly, but if they're outflanked, they're at a disadvantage. Oh, man.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Oh. Oh no, I thought he was going to get a kill, but that chosen warrior just destroyed him. Oh yeah, they're just falling left, right, and center. These pikes are definitely going to break soon. It looks like we have some Franks over on this side as well to help out. Thought I saw some Frankish swords here. Yep. Yeah, so that pike unit was pretty much destroyed. And the chosen warriors are just going to keep pushing right straight into the swordsmen. And they are going to hold fast. Another unit of pikes is rushing forwards to the front line. Looking on the other side, it looks like the Ostrogoths are trying to make headway here, but we've got some big artillery hits here. Oh, man. That explosive round. Ooh. Causing a lot of damage to the Ostrogothic army.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Ooh. Oh, these stairs. How is that thing even getting an angle from up here? Where is that thing? Yeah, it's just like lobbing them casually down the steps. But it looks like that they're going to be outflanked here in a second. Those crossbows are going to break, and then the Thracian Oathsworn are going to destroy this onager. And over on this side, we looks like we got some pike versus pike action here. Kind of a weird formation, but might be some pathfinding issues here. That's not very exciting to watch. A lot of cav just kind of hiding in the flanks there. Oh, you can see the burnt corpses and the burned horses. They're actually they're still steaming, which is pretty crazy. Thought I saw some steam off some of them. Anywho. So the balance of power isn't looking as bad as it did, and actually the enemy to ally count is almost even at this point. The only thing that the attacking armies have going for them is just the morale penalties. 37% of the settlement has been destroyed, so that's -7 morale, -7 attack, -7 defense for the defenders. But yeah, when the man count is even for attackers and defenders, the defenders are definitely at an advantage. And it looks like we got the Jutes throwing their throwing axes here into the pikes. Again, really good use of his ranged abilities. Wow, it's just a grind fest. At least this time, there's no way that the pikes can get outflanked, and there's also some swords that are kind of bolstering the line. Oh, we've got some cav rushing forward, so that's not going to break this side. There's no way the cav is going to be able to break this side, at least not yet. But I think they're getting a little bit desperate at this point. And actually, a lot of cav and pike action going on here. Wow, this is interesting. This is a really interesting flank. Because there's a ton of pike versus pike, and then there's horse versus horse. The Western Roman Empire, he's trying to sneak some cav around the sides here. Where is he going with that cav, I wonder? Or is he just going to turn them around to get some rear charges? Yeah, he is. Good play there. Although, where are you going? Your pikes are breaking. Nice. It's a little bit too late, though. Yeah, that flank is probably going to fall. And yeah, the onagers were wiped out, but at what cost? There's really no more infantry to be able to take this middle flank. Just look at the bloodshed in this one little area.
Bastards, I will cut out your hearts and eat them.
There's so many good shots for the thumbnail of this battle, but I don't know what I really want to use. Let's look at the death and destruction here. The stairs. Smoking ruins. Yeah, there's really no hope for these Thracian Oathsworn. I'm not even going to go and watch that side. Really, the most promising side for the attackers is actually over here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
We're down to the last 10 minutes of the battle. Oh, we've got some artillery coming down as well here. The Lakhumid cav is just pushing in. This guy doesn't even care. He's like, oh, pikes? Yeah, whatever. We got some more of these archers coming in. Yeah, there's a lot of breaking going on. The artillery is focusing down the rest of the cav.
Their general has fallen! Our victory grows ever nearer!
Very nice. On this flank, it's not looking too good. It looks like the Eastern Roman Empire general, he kind of wants to save this flank by locking down this general, but I think that's a risky move considering both of the pikes are here. But who knows, it may pay off for him. I just think that this is a lost flank. I would probably just pull back. We actually have two generals in here. The Roman Expeditionary Force general and the Eastern Roman Empire general against the Ostrogothic general. Yeah, he's gonna pull back. I think that's a good call. The battle isn't won yet, so I wouldn't be too cocky at this point. You can see that most of the infantry has actually been committed for the defenders as well, just in holding this last flank. I would like to zoom in a little more, but it's just so dark. The shadow is kind of off. The pikes are wavering though, which is good. Looks like the swords are making a bit of headway. Yeah, they're just gonna force forwards into the shield wall.
They will pay for this.
Yeah, these archers are getting cut down.
The men are losing hope. Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
I think this is the last of the Lakhumid infantry. Look at the little assassin unit leader there, though. Ooh, got some of the Frankish cav charging forwards. Actually, that may even be the Frankish general. Yeah, it is, and he's breaking. What else do we got? If we zoom out here, take a big bird's eye view. More forces for the defenders being committed over there. We've got the general coming up to destroy what's left of the Thracian Osworn. Because these archers will not be able to do that, I don't think. Yeah, they're just going to be wiped out. Alright, it's just about even now. You can see the balance of power has crept up quite a bit. The allied enemy, or the allied count is 987, enemies 539. So, surprisingly, it's not in their favor, but the man count definitely is. The Ostrogoths are still holding on this flank. I think this is really the last big flank that we have going on in this battle. So they're still holding out, but we've got some more infantry, some more pikes going to hold this flank, bring in some crossbows that have spent all their ammo. It looks like they've just held on this flank. There's only a couple units of cav left, and it looks like a decently healthy sword unit, but that's really it. There's 5 Thracian Osworn up here. Why did you not kill them? Telling me the general's bodyguard couldn't beat 5 men? Oh, here we go. The Western Roman Empire is sending up his Palatina guards to finish off the rest of this onager crew and these insolent Thracian Osworn. I think the Eastern Roman Empire wants to get a good rear charge over here, so that's why he's bringing his men around. Pikes are moving up into this. It's all going to come down to here. And it looks like the Expeditionary Force General has died. But I'm pretty sure most of his army is gone at this point anyways. Good call by the Ostrogoths, peeling off some of the pikemen to guard the flanks.
Being attacked! Keep him alive!
Even though that's a depleted unit, I wouldn't try and charge that. Yeah, you can see a new line of fresh Eastern Roman pikes pushing forwards. The Ostrogothic pikemen, though, they are good. They are quite elite. But it looks like the cav are getting out of there. I don't know if they're breaking. Yeah, it looks like they've broken. Yeah, most of this flank is breaking. So that flank has all but been destroyed. We've got some cav back here. I think they're going to make one last glorious charge. Why did you stop? Just attack. Yeah, that's surely going to wipe out the cav here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the battle at this point. We're down to the last 2 minutes of the game, so we will see some more action. But let's just go over and kind of take an overview of the bloodshed here. So I think the biggest mistake for the attackers is They just lost too many men in this first assault. And yes, you know, Rome is a very, very hard city to beat. That's why it was built the way it is to withstand, you know, massive barbarian invasions. But I think for the Franks, they should have sent less troops into the choke points at a time. Because there was a time here, yeah, look at the bodies. There was a time when I believe there was like 8 or 9 units of the Frankish swordsmen in this one choke point, and only 2 or 3 of the defending units were holding them. And the Lakhmids looked like they were making a lot of headway on these walls here, but I guess the Roman Expeditionary Force kind of turned it around, because I think most of the Lakhmid infantry was lost on this wall. The Ostrogoths, they did well in the fact that they were patient, but then he kind of got caught and bogged down with a lot of his elite units in one choke point, and he didn't really have a good position. And the Danes, I think the Danes and the Ostrogoths, they just attacked too slowly. They really should have put pressure on all sides, and that would have probably consequently resulted in less losses for the Franks. Because the defenders weren't really stressed at that point, I don't think. They were only dealing with 2 armies, and they were attacking, you know, in the same stretch of wall. If the Ostrogoths were forcing in on one side, they could have easily broken that Eastern Roman defense. And if the Jutes had pushed as well, then the Western Roman Empire wouldn't have been able to redeploy units to the Franks, like the Frankish side of the battle. But all in all, this was a really good game, really, really epic. It'll be interesting to see what the results are like. And yeah, there we go. Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic victory for the Roman alliance. So let's end the replay, take a look at the results. So thank you, Hamdog CDXX, for sending this replay in. Be sure to go and check out his channel. He does upload some pretty cool battles from time to time. And thanks Ford Callum for playing as the Eastern Roman Empire, and Alpha Dog as the Roman Expeditionary Force. And the enemies, thank you very much, guys, for playing. So let's take a look at the first army. Crossbows really, really paying for themselves. This onager getting 332 kills. That is insane. For the Eastern Roman Empire, his pikes used really, really effectively. Even the one unit that caught out must have done well, because the lowest amount of kills is 127. The rest of his infantry, meh. This unit of Axe Guard here, 331 kills. Crossbows doing well. And Roman Expeditionary doing pretty well. 205 by this unit. 106, 222 by his crossbows, so he really used his archers effectively as well. Looking at the Franks, a lot of them suffered, I think. Like, a couple of them got some decent kills, but like 8, not really that good. 96 for a full chevron upgraded unit. They should have done much, much better, and I think just funneling too many troops into the same choke point just exhausted them all. The Ostrogoths being pretty effective with his Oathsworn, and everybody else doing okay. The Danes, his spears really suffering, but his chosen swords and his Viking raiders doing quite well. Good play with the Nordic javelins, getting 113. That's not bad. And the Lakhumids, yeah, their troops really, really suffered on the walls. His archers doing okay. I think the Lakhumids are just a little bit underpowered, so of course coming up heavily armored Romans, the Lakhumid infantry just didn't stand a chance. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. If you stuck through to the end, I really appreciate it. It was a longer battle, but I don't have many siege battles on my channel, and I would like to change that. So if any of you guys have any cool siege battles or land battles, river crossing, whatever you got in any Total War, feel free to send it my way. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content in the future, and I will see you in the next one.